all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black. Yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, set.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Speed grip.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Blue draw quarter.
Slam.
Now.
Hey, watch it. Mike 27.
Throwing Jones. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
Hey. Hey, Echo. On the ball. Get it.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Ready.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 60 or.
Set 27. Go.
Alpha. Go. 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Check.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, orbit.
5. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Let's go.
Now Jones. That is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Five's the mic. Five's the mic.
Speed grip. Speed grip.
From the gun, Jones going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, Sam off.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A little juke.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look, squeeze.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Packer 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. Check one.
Christian, travel. Snap.
Now Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, Haywood. 50 play. Go.
Second and 5. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance. And
this is caught inside the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
27.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
Jones operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Delta. Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hey, Zoo.
Here we go.
Jones now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now give that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then
trying for right, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 3. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush Sears. Rush Pilot. 64. Weak. 5.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 12 line. 12 line.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tighten up. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. He's checking. He's checking.
Go. Go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it, baby.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, Alpha!
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Hit it!
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Jumper, jump 6-6, pull it high. Get it.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 30-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
It's out time. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Now.
Cut. 5's the Mike. 5's the Mike. It's been long.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey.
We taking wins home.
5.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike 5. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hard.
Watch twist.
Shift.
Say. Check three.
Cut. 5.
Again, it's Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on fourth and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And that hits the right upright but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yes! Hey! High 7! Ready!
Throwing Jones. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there. A big one.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Rock it. Hey, exit.
Now Jones on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Shift, shift.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Go, go.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. Watkins, the intended receiver. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So it's all over.